Today I want to read Psalm 13, which is a psalm of David, whom we've been studying in our series in the worship services. How long, O Lord, will you forget me forever? How long will you hide your face from me? How long shall I take counsel in my soul, having sorrow in my heart all the day? How long will my enemy be exalted over me? Consider and answer me, O Lord my God. Enlighten my eyes, or I will sleep the sleep of death. And my enemy will say, I have overcome him, and my adversaries will rejoice when I am shaken. But I have trusted in your loving kindness. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. And I love this psalm because it just goes through the whole range of emotions that David experienced and that often we are experiencing. He starts out saying, God, you've forgotten me. How long am I going to feel like I'm talking to you and I'm not getting any answer? How long are people going to look at me and question my faith and my trust in you? How long do I have to put up with the circumstances that I'm in? And then it's as if he pauses and reflects, and he interjects that, but I have trusted your loving kindness. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. And in the midst of everything that David was experiencing, he was able to say that God had dealt bountifully with him, that he was the God of his salvation. And because of that, he could rejoice. And I know that for some of us, these are days of difficulty. These are days of the how long, O Lord. For some of us, we feel like we just get through one crisis and another one comes up. Or maybe we have friends who are going through situations like that, and we ask God, how much can one family, one person take? God, why don't you cut them some slack? I would encourage us to come back to David's words and reflect again. I have trusted in your loving kindness. My heart shall rejoice in your salvation. I will sing to the Lord because he has dealt bountifully with me. Not just that God has sort of stingily eked down a blessing here and a blessing there, just enough to keep us following along like little crumbs, but that God has dealt bountifully with us. And if for no other reason, and I doubt that there are many of us who could say there is nothing else beside this, but if for no other reason, God has enabled us to come into a relationship with him through Jesus Christ. God has made us part of his family. God has given us a hope, the hope of heaven, the hope of an eternity with him. God has placed the Holy Spirit within us to help us as we go through day by day, that the Holy Spirit who's called the Comforter and the Helper. So today, not in a trite way or a flip way, but I would encourage you to count the ways that God has dealt bountifully with you, or to begin to count them. Now, I think this is especially important as we lead up to the celebration of Thanksgiving, that it wouldn't just be a day of gorging ourselves on our favorite food or a day of exhausting ourselves preparing a big meal, but that it would truly be a day where we could sit down and say, God, I'm so thankful to you because you have dealt bountifully with me. And then I would encourage us, let's turn that bountiful blessing, those bountiful blessings that God has given us, into generosity as we extend blessing to others.